Guys, I've recently listened to the Classic Doctor's New Monsters Volume 2. This is a 4-part box set with the 4th, 5th, 6th and 8th Doctor in it. We'll start with the first one, Night of the Vashnarada, which stars the 4th Doctor, played by Tom Baker. And I'm not going to go into plot, I'm not going to spoil the plots and things like that, I'm just going to talk about what I thought of them. And Night of the Vashnarada, the Vashnarada are not exactly the most perfect villains to put onto radio. I mean, these are things that are shadows, so it's like having a ventriloquist. Out my teeth. Ooh, new teeth. It's like having a ventriloquist on the radio. It's kind of not going to work as well. The story's good. Tom Baker is great in it as usual, but the only problem is he doesn't have a companion. And not having his usual companion, he doesn't have anybody to bounce off of. Having Romana there, or K9 or somebody like that, means he has somebody that he has history with, so he can do his, rapport. But it's kind of missing from this, just that little bit, which is a shame. And it does turn into a running around shouting sort of thing. Tom Baker's not really in it that largely. So the next one, Emperor of the Rachnos, starring the 5th Doctor. And this is another weird one because Peter Davison's Doctor was always the more peaceful, less war fighting one, and this is a very heavy one on there's a web of deceit in it, which is good for the Rachnos really. Web of deceit. You see how I did that? That was a joke. Joke. The bit you laugh at the end of. No, okay. Yeah, and again, the problem with this one is that all the Rachnos are just screamy spiders, and that's all it seems to be. It just seems to. I have trouble discerning who was who in it because they're all and they all sound like the same voices, and I don't know. I kind of lost interest halfway through it, and to be honest, I was thinking to myself when I was planning on doing this, I couldn't tell you how it ended. It's not the best one. Again, no companions, so he has nobody to play off of. I don't know. This one wasn't the best one. But the next one, Kerry Knight Curse, with the 6th Doctor, Colin Baker, was brilliant. Yes, it does feel a little bit like it could be maybe a John Pertwee story. If he was still around and doing these, it would fit in perfectly. The Kerry Knights work because they are witches. There is one problem, but it is explained in the story that the Kerry Knights were in a later story, and how did he not remember them? But trust me, when you listen to it, it kind of makes sense. It does introduce a new character, Katie Bell, who sadly isn't going to probably be a companion, but would have been great. I think Colin Baker pulls it off in this one. He's becoming my favourite audio Doctor. He's just so good at it, and he sounds like he so enjoys the part, and the humour is there. And it's a shame he wasn't like this when he was doing it on TV, because I think he would have been such a big hit. The next one, Day of the Vashnarada. Again, the Vashnarada, not the best thing for radio. This is a better story for them. It's got the 8th Doctor in it, and we do know that the 8th Doctor did travel on his own, didn't always have companions, so it doesn't feel so bad that he hasn't. It introduces a Time War in as well, that is mentioned. It also has another Time Lords in it. Cardinal Alastra of Gallifrey is in there, played by Jacqueline Pearce. So yeah, there is a bit of history more in this one to the Big Finish universe than some of the others. It does feel like Aliens. It has that kind of feel to it. They do change up the villains. They make them more interesting. I can't go into it without spoiling plot, but they do give them more reason to work, if that makes sense, in an audio form. So let's give them a scores. Let's see what the scores on the board are. So, Night of the Vashnarada, I'd give it a B. It's not that bad. It's worth a listen. Tom Baker's brilliant in it. I just feel like there's odd bits where there was funny lines written into it and nobody noticed. There was a couple of times when I was waiting for the payoff and it just didn't turn up. Emperor of the Arachnos, I give that a B minus. They put their best effort into it, but I just couldn't do with the squeaky voices. It just did me nothing. The next one, Carionite Curse, I'd give that a B plus. That is the best one on here. Yeah, I'd give that a B plus. And the final one, the Day of the Vashnarada, I'd give that a B. It's worth listening to. All of these are worth listening to. They're just not up there in the top. So, if you've enjoyed this little conversation, please do leave some likes, some dislikes, some comments, and some subscriptions would be brilliant. If this gets enough views, I will do some more of the Doctor Who's audiobooks. I do love the Big Finish stories. I've listened to 50% of them. So if there's a story out there that you think I should have a listen to that I would enjoy, please do leave it in the comments at the bottom and I'll try and get around to listening to it. I do have to borrow them off my mate, so it might take a couple of weeks for me to get around to it. But yeah, so have a great day, a great night, and hopefully I will see you all really soon. Bye now.